So in US we say it as White House, in UK we say it as Whitehall, in India we say it as Central Secretariat. So we have Secretariat system, and India follows the model of Whitehall rather than White House. Secretariat system evolved during British time and was continued after independence. This now about the structure of Secretariat system. You have to see that Government of India. So Government of India elected body has a structure like PM followed by cabinet followed by C1. No. We have Secretariat like a permanent, that's executive, PMO. cabinet secretariat, and then central secretariat. This, they don't have hierarchical relation. There is hierarchical relation, but it is not that PMO is superior to cabinet secretariat and central secretariat. It is not like that. This we have to understand. So let's take that, how it is. We know that PM has dual role. He performs dual role. One as head of the government. Second as leader of the nation. So he is the head of the government and he is the leader of the nation. Right. So know that as a head of the government, so he is head of cabinet. And in this capacity, assistance he gets from cabinet secretariat. Which will tell when we'll take this PMO. And he, let's say that, here he gets assistance from PMO. This is the difference between PMO and cabinet secretariat. Therefore, that's why there is no hierarchical relationship that PMO is superior and followed by cabinet secretariat followed by this. It is not like that. Now, let's Council of Ministers. So, if you take this Council of Ministers, so Council of Ministers are nothing but they are the ministers. Minister, right, minister. Plus other ministers. Now, minister can be Minister of Finance, of Health, of Education. And in that case, we'll find, so it will have its own secretariat. It will have its own secretariat. And it will also have its own secretariat. It means that all will have their own secretariat. All ministries, departments will have their separate office. The office is known as Secretariat. And they combined, if you combine them all, so they will be known as Central Secretariat. So we consider them as Central Secretariat. It means that Central Secretariat is not any one institution. It is nothing but combination of consisting of all the secretariats together. We address it as Central Secretariat. So we don't address Finance Secretariat, Health Secretariat like that. Rather you have Shastri Bhavan, Nirman Bhavan, the Bhavan, let's say that you will have. Shastri Bhavan is basically Secretariat where they have the offices. So this way you have to understand that all ministry departments will have their own secretariat, and that secretariat combined together we say it as Central Secretariat. Now, how they function, let's say that. So, cabinet has its own cabinet secretariat, this, and cabinet has its own secretariat, cabinet secretariat, and this prime minister has PMO, and let's say that its head is generally considered cabinet secretary, and this head is known as principal secretary. And you should know that its head is known as secretary. So health secretary, education secretary, finance secretary, that is all fine. So what is the relationship between them? How the relationship? And who is superior, who is not superior? So you should know that if I write here, cabinet, cabinet secretariat, and there is all secretariat. Secretariat, Ministry of Finance. Secretariat, Ministry of Health. You yourself write that. So they have to establish, it is the Cabinet Secretariat which establishes coordination among all. Coordination. So who will interministerial coordination, interdepartmental coordination? So coordination between them will be established, are the same, let's say. So the coordination between them will be established by Cabinet Secretariat and Cabinet Secretary. So Cabinet Secretariat, we are writing Cabinet Secretariat, also Cabinet Secretary. And this is how Cabinet is the apex. The Cabinet apex decision making body headed by PM. And that is the hierarchy. The Cabinet Secretary, superior, senior most, followed by Secretary, and Cabinet Secretariat is superior to Secretariat. PMO does not come under this hierarchy. It is a separate hierarchy which has been created, and it should generally remain a small office. That's why you know that what is the name, it's office. So whether office is having big broader connotation or secretariat. Office and secretariat. So secretariat, it has a bigger, broader connotation. And hence it has recognition. So Cabinet Secretary, Cabinet Secretariat, Central Secretariat, they have their recognition under Parliamentary Convention. PMO does not have recognition under Parliamentary Convention, but Prime Minister Office is created, which since Prime Minister has to also perform his functions as head of the, means leader of the nation. And when he has to perform his role as leader of the nation, remember yesterday what we told as leader of the nation, he has to bring administrative reforms, he should be approachable, he should establish communication system, he should have first-hand experience, feel factor of the society, he should be leading from front, exemplary, he should talk to people, he should be, any crisis strikes, he should be, let's say, the first person to react, all sort of things in a rough way. Who will write Prime Minister's speech? Right. So it is Principal Secretary, or it is, let's say, how come Prime Minister knows about IAS, etc., isn't it? So basically it will be told by the Prime Minister Office. The Prime Minister Office decides all sort of things, we'll find that anyhow. But you should know that In actual practice, this system should work, followed by what we are writing. The Cabinet Secretariat, Cabinet, Council of Ministers, and the Secretariat, it should work. This is called Government of India, you know that. So basically, this can be considered in a Government of India consisting of elected head and permanent head, responsible for taking decisions and ruling the country, framing policies. But what you find is there is shift of powers. So when Prime Minister is strong, so power is shifted from this to this. Power is shifted from this to this. So PMO call the shots. वो फुटबॉल का भी हो सकता है, क्रिकेट का भी हो सकता है. Anyhow, so PMO is considered. The PMO calls the shot. So PMO calls the shot means when PMO becomes very strong centralized body and it takes decision. So basically it is usurping power of cabinet, usurping power of council of minister. Hence this is how it results into centralization. And then it becomes like presidential type, because presidential PMO is similar to White House. It becomes a more centralized system, and it is against the convention of parliamentary democracy. So that is what we have to talk, means teach the three secretariats, how they work, its structure, etc. Largely, let's say that questions are asked on this PMO. So most of the time among them, so PMO is asked a question. Last time they asked a question was related to PMO and Council of Ministers, 2019. As we mentioned, like the 2019 question was like this: how say PMO centralization results into affecting the collective decision making by Council of Ministers. So this understanding is needed to address that. Plus still we have to teach the three topics. So we have to write, let's write on this. Since elected representatives or government is considered a body of laymen, hence there exists a concept of permanent executive, especially secretariat system, to provide assistance by working as think tank. In India, the secretariat system consists of three important secretariats, also known as staff bodies, staff agencies, known as Cabinet Secretariat, Central Secretariat, and Prime Minister Office. There has also been a fourth secretariat playing important role, known as in past Planning Commission and nowadays Niti Aayog. Just let me, I will today tell the fruit wala to not make so much sound here. So the fourth one is Planning Commission, now Niti Aayog. Such secretariats such secretariats after independence have recognition under business of government rules 1961, in which they are given status of independent secretariat, independent department, given status of independent department, so that they function independently, right, rather than falling under control of this or that ministry. As per parliamentary conventions, Cabinet Secretariat headed by Cabinet Secretary and Central Secretariat have recognition and in actual practice, ideally, they should function effectively. Prime Minister office should remain small and should also play a small role. Small role means less important role, as it is related to role of Prime Minister as leader of the nation. If it happens, then it is a Whitehall model of UK. But if PMO starts playing dominant role among the secretariats, it is a manifestation of US presidential system of White House. Hence, increase in significance of PMO means a centralized government or prime ministerial government. As far as working of secretariats in India is concerned, it has neither been fully White House type nor Whitehall type, rather central vistas type. Don't read. It has neither been fully White House type nor Whitehall type, rather it has remained flexible, and when India has experienced a strong Prime Minister, PMO has gained significance and when weak prime minister, central secretariat has gained significance. So we have concluded also without teaching this, let's say, just to give you a finer perspective, a holistic perspective, what exactly we will be teaching and what exactly is the scenario. So neither we have been Whitehall type, we have already mixed economy type. Everything is mixed type. So this you will find. Although yes, it has been more of PMO dominance, less of central secretariat dominance. But what is the loss of this? Why it should have happened, etc. So now we'll take one by one.